Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really fascinating philosophical framework that examines the profound relationship between the family unit and a massive cosmic current known as heavenly fortune. According to the source material we're looking at today, this fortune isn't just random luck or chance. The text posits that it's a natural, incredibly benevolent flow of the universe. In this view, a family, when perfectly aligned and unified, doesn't merely receive fortune. It actually acts as a dynamic spiritual engine, capable of channeling, directing, and moving this massive cosmic current to bring blessings down to the earth. Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, the cosmic prime mover. 2, the 138 billion year incubator. 3, the family greenhouse. 4, trajectories of the heart. 5, the missing 5%. And finally 6, stewards of heavenly fortune. We'll be tracing a beautiful hourglass arc here, starting from the vast cosmos, narrowing all the way down to the intimate family unit, and then expanding back out to global stewardship. Section 1, the cosmic prime mover. Let's get right into it. So, right off the bat, the framework we are exploring asks us to completely reject the traditional view of the cosmos. We're so used to thinking of the universe as a cold, blind machine, right? Just driven by fixed, inorganic equations. But this text argues something totally different. It suggests that the true engine of universal force is actually a cosmic heart, literally an explosive desire to share joy. At the very center of this philosophy is a concept called shimjung, which translates to divine heart. Think of it as an irrepressible, almost explosive impulse of true love that absolutely has to be shared. The text places this divine heart at the absolute apex of the cosmos. It argues it's the ultimate first cause, a sort of foundational gravitational pull that binds invisible spirit and physical reality together without even a millimeter of separation. Moving right along to Section 2, the 138 billion year incubator. Think back 13.8 billion years to the Big Bang, tracing all the way to our present day. The text suggests this massive cosmic expansion wasn't just some random accident. Instead, it paints the universe as a grand, meticulously designed educational arrangement with absolutely zero margin for error. Under this lens, all those incredibly precise gravitational forces and electron masses we observe, they are seen as the structural manifestation of a profound, heartfelt design.
And this perfectly tees up the strong anthropic principle. The source literally describes the universe as a 13.8 billion year incubator. I mean, think about that. That is an incredibly long time to wait for anything. But the text frames this as the agonizing, desperate wait of a creator, setting the stage to finally welcome humanity as an absolute partner of love to the earth.
Which brings us to the pinch point of our hourglass, Section 3, the family greenhouse. Now here is where we hit a really fascinating paradox outlined in the text. The macroscopic universe, out there, it operates completely automatically and flawlessly via physical laws. Yet humans are the 100% exception to that rule. We are born profoundly unfinished. Why didn't we get that same automatic completeness? Well, the source argues it's because the most vital, emotional elements of life experience simply cannot be automated. Because we come into the world unfinished, the framework posits that we must enter the family unit. And here's the kicker. The prerequisite for a family to actually move heavenly fortune is complete and absolute unity. It operates on a principle of resonance. When a family completely eliminates internal conflict and self-centeredness, they tune into a perfect frequency. They basically become a microcosm of the entire cosmic great family, anchoring all that benevolent energy right here on Earth. So this makes the family a sort of isolated, highly protected greenhouse. You could even think of it as a spiritual reactor. It's inside this safe space that massive, abstract, cosmic concepts finally synthesize into physical reality, usually through the everyday, sometimes messy friction of human relationships. It's the ultimate incubator where we first learn to recognize the needs of others and practice giving without expecting anything in return. Let's unpack that further in Section 4, trajectories of the heart. Inside this crucible of the family, the text identifies 4 very specific emotional pathways, calling them the 4 realms of heart. It starts with children's heart, that foundational filial love. Then it grows into siblings' heart, which teaches us social cooperation. Next up is conjugal heart, representing the absolute unity between partners. And finally, it culminates in parents' heart, described as infinite sacrificial love. According to the philosophy, these four loves have to circulate perfectly, creating a 12-directional network of harmonious energy that resolves all conflict. The source material makes a really bold claim here. It argues that a family moves fortune by substantiating this parental realm of heart. The whole idea is that fortune naturally seeks out a destination that will distribute it fairly and lovingly. So when a family steps up and acts with that unconditional, nurturing parental heart, they literally become the primary conduit for the universe's benevolent flow. Within this entire architecture, the parents stand right at the center. The text refers to them as the kingship of the present. This is the domain of active, deeply responsible love. It's where parents take the wisdom they've inherited from the past, synthesize it, and actively use it to guide and protect the next generation. They act as this absolutely vital bridge connecting history directly to the future. That takes us to Section 5, the missing 5%. So, how does all this translate into our ultimate cosmic responsibility? Well, the text suggests the answer lies in one very specific, very small number, 5%. This introduces what's called the equation of cosmic equivalence. The philosophy states that while the universe automatically provides 95% of our infrastructure, all that cosmic grace, that final 5%, it is left completely blank. That tiny sliver is our human responsibility. It represents our autonomous free will. It's the ultimate missing puzzle piece where we have to intentionally choose to align our frequency with love to actually complete the cosmic architecture. Expanding outward again, we reach our final section, Section 6, Stewards of Heavenly Fortune. So what happens when a unified family actually fulfills that 5% responsibility? The text says they establish Huangjouquan, which is a term for architecting a sovereign sphere of universal love. In this framework, human beings transform from just being mere inheritors into recognized second creators, equal in value to the original act of creation itself. It envisions a kind of governance that isn't driven by force, but by a shared frequency of truth and sacrificial love. Of course, moving heavenly fortune carries profound ethical responsibility. According to the text, a family acting as a spiritual engine absolutely cannot use this fortune for selfish, self-centered gain. Instead, they are authorized stewards. By actively dedicating their efforts to creating freedom, peace, and happiness for others, they ensure that resources and love circulate like blood in an organic, global body. They keep the fortune moving, preventing it from stagnating. And this stewardship naturally extends outward to the macrocosm. The text argues that true human authority ultimately means having ethical dominion over our physical environment, over nature, and the animal kingdom. A family operating with a perfected parental heart understands that all of creation is deeply interconnected. They foster an absolute, seamless harmony between humanity and the natural world. It's a massive, truly fascinating philosophical framework, and I want to leave you with the ultimate question posed by the text to consider deeply. Is your family ready to eliminate self-centeredness, perfectly align with the cosmos, and become the spiritual engine that moves heavenly fortune? The philosophy argues that 138 billion years of cosmic preparation is simply waiting for your family's resonance. Thank you for joining me on this explainer, and I hope it gave you a completely new perspective on the true potential of the family unit.